Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're honored to be with our next guest, Jeremy Martin. He is the Community Outreach Coordinator with Renaissance Community Loan Fund. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm very well, Jeremy. How are you today?
It's always good to talk to a fellow Jeremy, so...
Granted, this conversation's bound to go very well between the two of us.
Well, let's start with a little bit of background. Talk about the origins and kind of where it starts for you in terms of Renaissance Community Loan Fund.
Me personally, I joined the organization a year ago, actually back in August of 2020. I came from an education background, so I had taught school for several years and then left teaching to work for then Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann, who's now Lieutenant Governor of the state of Mississippi. And I worked for him for 11 and a half years. And then I worked for Secretary of State Michael Watson for 6 months before accepting this job. So bring an education background and a government background to the table. Renaissance is a unique organization in that it is a nonprofit lender. So when you tell people you're a nonprofit lender, they go, so are you a bank? And the answer is no. Renaissance is not a bank, although there is a bank in Mississippi with a similar name. We're a nonprofit lender, a community development financial institution that services just the state of Mississippi. Renaissance was created back in 2006. And Jeremy, you remember what was going on in Mississippi at that time. In August of 2005, we had a major storm. Hurricane Katrina attacked us on the southern part of the state and literally was still a Cat 1 when it got to North Mississippi and did just a great deal of devastation to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So in the wake of Katrina, Renaissance was created in March of 2006 to literally help rebuild the Mississippi Gulf Coast. That's the reason it's called Renaissance, the rebirth of that region down there, and was very successful during that time frame. In just a few years, initially our purpose was really to help rebuild residences, to help people who had lost everything rebuild their homes and come back to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And in a matter of a few years, almost 1,000 homes were rebuilt with the assistance of Renaissance. And so, that's where we were created. We branched out over the years into commercial lending too. So we do startup businesses and we do small businesses that are looking to expand or looking to become more profitable. And so that's really the reach for us. And then we do credit counseling. We have 3 full-time HUD certified, what we call home purchase advisors. And those 3 home purchase advisors spend every day with our clients, helping them with their personal budget needs, increasing their credit scores in order to prepare them for home ownership. All of that's complimentary. It doesn't cost the client anything to do that. And then on the other side, on the commercial side, we have business coaching services. So we literally meet our clients wherever they are, and we try to help them. They may just have a concept and have not yet taken the plunge to even start a business. Well, we'll start with them there and work with them all the way until we're ready to organize the business and hopefully assist them with startup financing as well. Yeah. But business coaching services, again, are complimentary too. So it's almost a ministry built into the framework of a lending institution. And I don't know if there's many of those around anywhere, and certainly not in this area.
Talk about how it works for you in terms of the magic.
Outstanding. So we get financing, we get funding from several different sources. We're an SBA micro lender for the state of Mississippi. So we get funds from the Small Business Administration. And then we go out and find those clients and coach those clients and help them build their businesses. And then along the way, we lend money to them there. And so we get money from the federal government. We try to help on the mortgage side. If we have eligible prospective homeowners, get them down payment assistance to help them overcome that first major hurdle that separates them from home ownership. And so we take advantage of a program in Mississippi through Mississippi Home Corporation, which is a state program on that side. And then we get money from private investors. We get money from banks. We get money from all sorts of partners that are trying to reach people in Mississippi in particular, and in some cases, specific groups of people within the state of Mississippi that probably have historically been unbanked. They don't have those banking relationships, or they're in a situation where they're starting a business. They simply don't have the collateral. They don't have the means to go out and get the startup capital on their own or through a bank. We're there to help kind of fill that gap. And there's a tremendous gap that is there. And so we're literally a revolving loan fund, Jeremy. So the way that works, we lend money today. What money we make off of that loan, we put right back into someone else's loan. And we just continue that process, hopefully, forever. I think that need will always be here. So I hope Renaissance is always here.
Give us a couple of illustrations when you look at the impact for like DeSoto County, and when you talk about kind of the Memphis region. DeSoto County, I think, is probably the easiest one, but especially when you talk about some of the counties that are on the North Mississippi side, give us a couple of illustrations for your impact.
Oh, it's a great question. In North Mississippi, and this is kind of one of the regions we talked about starting on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So, of course, Renaissance is well known in the three coastal counties and on the coast region. Over the years, in 2017, this office was started here in Tupelo, where I am today. And so over the years, we've really begun to try to branch out, not only to advertise and market our brand, but also share our mission with folks in North Mississippi and in Central Mississippi. And in recent years, we've had some great success stories. I'll give you two, and they're probably on opposite ends of the spectrum somewhat. If you go to our Facebook page, Renaissance Community Loan Fund, we just last Friday put up a promotional video about the partnership between Renaissance and a company here locally called West End Fresh Salads, which are in grocery stores all over the Memphis area. West End is a new company, very new. It's only been around a few years now, but it's on a rapid growth trajectory. And we have actually not only done one, but we've done two loans with them and have an ongoing coaching relationship with their ownership. And it's been a wonderful partnership. We talk about lender, really the business coaching partnership is really what's most special about this deal. And so in about a 2-minute video, you can see, you hear from our folks, and you also hear from Bruce Parker, the owner of West End, talk about how this is just such a unique marriage between the two organizations and how we all are looking after one another in hopes that we all succeed. And so that's the first example I can give you. That's a great video to watch. In 2 minutes, I think it captures the passion we have for helping our clients, and it also shows the client's perspective of what we've done to help him. On the other side, I'll talk about something that folks in our organization now are tired of talking about, but that's Paycheck Protection Program. We were allowed by the Department of Treasury to participate in PPP. And again, we were trying to reach small business owners who had very small PPP loan amounts that they qualified for. But in many cases, the $3,000, the $4,000, the $10,000 PPP loan for that business probably had a greater impact on the survival of that business than the $2 million PPP loan for a major corporation. And so we did a number of those, including, I'm proud to say this, we actually worked with PPP applicants in 60 of Mississippi's 82 counties. And we had a number of those clients in Tunica County, in DeSoto County, in Marshall, Benton, Tate County, Panola County. That whole area there was well represented through the PPP program. So we hope that by doing that with so many clients in Northwest Mississippi, they'll begin to share who we are with friends and customers of theirs. That'll help us get the word out of what we're here to help people do.
Talk about some of the other current projects. You have OnDemand Training System. You have tutorial videos, webinars. So talk about some of the other things that you've got on your radar right now.
Absolutely. We coach businesses literally, we call it pre and post coaching, but we will coach a business whether they ever get a loan from us or not. And, you know, at the end of the day, we want to lend to all of the people that we work with. But in many cases, we don't always do that. Those complimentary coaching services are there for everybody. And then if we do a loan with a business, we literally obligate ourselves for the duration of that loan to constantly build that coaching relationship with a business. So we don't just have a closing document. we shake the hand of the business owner and say, okay, as long as you make your payments every month, we have a good deal going. No, we're in constant contact with all of our clients to ensure that we're helping them with whatever needs they have: marketing, accounting, I mean, cash flow statements, you name it, QuickBooks. We've done all of those things. What COVID showed us, and I think it did it for everybody. Your organization, cityCURRENT, did an incredible job of adjusting to the fact that people are now working from home. How do we continue to reach out and give services to those people that they desperately need? And especially now that they're disconnected from their coworkers and from others, you all did a fantastic job with that. And we benefited from watching many of the broadcasts that you did from up there. We learned that number one, there's not enough of us to reach the demand that we have. And number two, with this virtual world that now everybody is accustomed to, we need to be able to provide those coaching services in such a way that it's not always tangible, me delivering that message, but let's deliver it in a video format, in a template where somebody can literally watch the video and be completing a cash flow statement, a personal budget, a P&L, whatever it is at the same time. And so we are right now, right in the middle of trying to launch this OnDemand program. It'll be on our website. We're going to be marketing it once it's available. And it'll be a work in progress for many, many years to come, because literally, I mean, there's probably not a limit to how many things you can coach a business on. And once you think you've reached the limit, you have a conversation with somebody and you find out, no, you're not even close. And so, the first 3 video series we're working on right now, the first one is the organization of a business. We literally want to tell business owners what type of businesses we have in Mississippi, business entity types. But not only that, we want to show you how to go to the Mississippi Secretary of State's website and create your own LLC, how to search for business names to see what names are available for you to name your business. Go to the IRS website and literally show them step by step how to get an EIN number. And as far as I know, there's nothing like that in Mississippi. And I don't know if there's really any program like that in any state in the union. So that's what we're trying to design. We want to do a second one on QuickBooks. QuickBooks can be daunting and overwhelming to a small business owner. We want to try to dispel a lot of that, cut through the legal and technical jargon and get to the basics of exactly what QuickBooks can be used for and how to utilize it effectively. And then the third one will be credit and personal budgets. Because we've found, and I know you work with business owners all of the time, many times the problems we face in the business world are really created by what goes on at home. And so once you get your personal finances in order, then once you know those numbers, you can begin to make the adjustments in your business model to take care of home. But in many cases, we do the opposite, right? We focus only on the business. We neglect the personal budget, and therefore it causes problems. So that'll be the third video series. We're working on all those simultaneously right now. And as you can tell, I'm passionate about delivering that message. I think it's needed. Right now, people are looking not only for hope in the wake of a pandemic, but they're looking for answers. They're looking for guidance. They need somebody to partner with them to answer some questions and hold their hand until they can make these adjustments in their business model and business plans to be profitable. And we're trying our best as quickly as we can to use technology to be able to fill some of those gaps.
What's something that you've learned coming from education and government, and now obviously working in this space? I think you have a rare set of experiences to bring into community building. What's something that you've learned that you would pass along as advice to others in other states in terms of being able to kind of pull all these different entities together to really help make an impact?
That's a great question, and there's probably 100 answers to that question. The one thing I will say that you and I have in common, and probably if we're the most effective at what we're capable of doing, this is really the measurement. Can we be used as a conduit to connect people who are here with people who are here to help them succeed? There are so many entities out there, all with the best of intentions of helping people. They're everywhere. The problem is it's very difficult for all of them to connect with their market, their base, their people. The clients who really need the services the most are the ones who hear about it last. And so I find myself spending a great deal of my time not only helping clients myself, and I love doing that, but also connecting someone with a marketing expert or with an accounting expert or with someone who's can help with self-help and motivation and all of those things. I'm one person and I can't do it all, but if I can be a conduit to connect the dots and connect people to one another, I think that's the thing that we can do that really makes the greatest difference. You're a pro at it. I'm really trying hard to catch up to you. But I think if we're really the most effective, it's by connecting people who desperately need to know one another and need to learn from one another, need to glean information from one another together. And I try to do that every day.
Yeah, I love it. Talk about how we can help you.
You know, by doing this broadcast, and I appreciate your radio stations that carry this program. You know, we are, again, not a bank, and we're very unique in what we do. We service Mississippi clients. We're here to help Mississippi business owners start and grow their business. We're also here to help people get in a home. So I would say for a person that's dreaming of owning a home in Northwest Mississippi or anywhere in the state of Mississippi, if you feel like your credit score is not where it needs to be and you can't get pre-approved, contact me. You know, we'll put you in contact with our home purchase advisors. We will begin to design a plan so that if you follow that plan, you will have a credit score at some point in the near future that you will be able to be pre-approved and go own that home that you've always dreamed of owning. That is why I'm passionate about what I do, is I've seen the success stories. On the business side, exactly the same way. If you've got a dream of owning a business and you've gone to meet with a bank and the banker says, hey, I appreciate you coming to see me, but you don't fit the boxes that we have here, hey, contact me. We'll do everything we can to help coach you to a point where we are comfortable and you're comfortable at launching that business. Our business model is so unique in that at the end of the day, we want to have clients today that are so successful that tomorrow they can walk into any bank and be a customer. We're one of the few business models that wants to graduate our best and brightest, right? But that just doesn't happen much in the business world, but that's exactly what we're here for. We want to see those businesses succeed, pay off the loans that they owe so that we can go out and find more clients and bring them in the pipeline and do the same thing over and over and over again. And, you know, that's really the essence of what we do. So just getting that information out there. And I would even say, Jeremy, to the banker, if you're a banker and you're looking at a deal and you say, you know, this deal has a lot of merit, but I as a loan officer or my bank's not comfortable going it alone, contact me. We love partnering with banks to make deals happen that maybe the bank can't do on their own. We're not a depository, so if we can help a bank keep a client and at the same time launch that business or expand the business, hey, we're always glad to provide that service.
Yeah, it's a win for everybody. Wrap up with contact information, website, email, phone number. Where do we go to learn more?
Absolutely. Hey, you can contact me by email anytime, jmartin@rclfms.com. You can also contact us. I've got a phone number here in the office, 662-269-8999. And my extension here is 126. So you can reach me there anytime. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. RCLFMS is our handle, I guess you'd say there. Certainly our website. You can go check us out, rclfms.com. A lot of information there. We're about to be making a great deal of modifications to our website to make it even more user-friendly. But there's really, we said it earlier in the conversation, it's true. There's very few limits to what we can do to help people. It's complimentary, it's free of charge. I mean, we're here literally to help folks in Mississippi succeed. So if I can help you in any way, and if our organization can be of help to make your dreams come true, that's exactly what we'd like to do. Just contact me whenever it's convenient.
Well, Jeremy, love it. Absolutely appreciate you coming on the show and sharing. So thank you very much.
Hey, I appreciate your invitation to be a part of this show, and look forward to future opportunities to partner with your organization. Cannot praise what you and your staff do enough in that part of the world. I'm going to tell you, and I'll leave it with this. There is so much negative out there. There's so much pessimism out there. You cannot have enough positivity, right? And so the fact that your organization is out there sharing the good news about what's going on in that Metro Memphis area, DeSoto County, and that area is so uplifting. And I know it's heartfelt from you and your staff. So thank you very much, and continue doing what you're doing.